Greetings, I'm Kathy Green with Christian News and Interviews, and I'm going to share a quick article with you today. It's titled, Former Florida Cult Leader Sentenced in Deaths of 2 Children. And I'm not going to read the entire article. As usual, I'm going to post it below so that you can read it for yourself. But I am going to read a small part of it and then show you a snippet of a video. A 79-year-old Florida woman who ran a religious cult in the 1980s was sentenced Wednesday to 30 years behind bars for the deaths of 2 children. Anna Young pleaded no contest to the second-degree murder of Iman Harper, who was 2 or 3 when he died, and no contest to manslaughter and the death of 2-year-old Katanya Jackson. For years, Young ran the House of Prayer for All People near Micanopy, where cult members were forced to beat each other and were locked in boxes deprived of light, food, and water as punishment. Now, I'm going to end with this, and then you can read the rest of the article on your own. And listen to this. A man who was caught having sex was forced to cut off his own penis, according to the Gainesville Sun. I'm going to show you a short video, but I will post this article link and the full video link below. But let me just tell you this. Cults are not to be played with. They're wicked. They're evil entities that are in spirits. You know, the Bible warns us that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but in spiritual wickedness in high places. Anytime a man's mind is so wrapped up in the belief that this woman is his leader, that he would be willing to cut his own appendage off, you know good and well that something real wicked is in the water in that situation. Cults are dangerous. Cult leaders are dangerous. And people always say, how could somebody be that stupid? You know what? When you're dealing with spiritual wickedness in high places, it's not as simple as people think it is. Jonestown was not as simple as people thought it was. These are people who had gotten entwined because they didn't have a strong enough belief in Jesus Christ. They made a man their God instead of allowing Jesus to be their God. And that's the same thing that these people did in this cult. So check out this video, just a snippet of it, and then make a determination for yourself as to what you think.
Anna Young ran an extremist religious cult where she tortured by starvation and beatings innocent young little children to death. We became involved in December of 2016 when Joy Fluker called us and told us that she believed her mother had murdered her stepbrother. When I first heard what the allegations were, I thought I didn't really want to initiate this investigation until I actually interviewed this witness in person, because the allegations she was making were so horrific, and it involved the torture and murder of multiple children. What Joy Fluker saw either in the late 80s or early 90s is she went into her mother's room and found our victim, who we only knew as Moses at